Howdy. Today I'm going to talk to you about my longest relationship. And the longest relationship I've ever had is not with a person, and not with a substance, but just with myself. I have forever been plagued by depression. And just getting to know me, I have always been on the brighter side of things. So people come to me and I can always be guaranteed to bring a smile to their face. When I have always just been in also dire need of help. And I think having that sort of facade, having that personality or that idea of yourself that, well, if I seem like I'm happy, then other people might think that I'm happy. It really helps when people come to you for advice. I'm not saying that I'm great at giving advice or anything, but I find listening is an art form that has been just forgotten. People just forgot how to listen, how to wait and respond. Because when you're talking to someone and they're really bearing their soul to you, that they don't want to hear what you have to say. Really, they're not looking for that. It's a key to being a good active listener is to remember that when you're talking to someone, they're not there for you. They're there for them. And you just have to step back for a second and listen to what they're saying. It's not a competition for who's talking. They're talking. They're telling you how they feel. And you're either going to listen. Sorry. So you're either going to listen or you're going to wait for them to stop talking and try to get your word in. It's not fun. It's not fun to see somebody else just holding their thoughts and not listening to what you're saying. It's hard. It's disheartening. It's insulting. So I decided to record myself talking about how I feel. And I encourage you to do the same. Because in this day and age, there aren't very many active listeners. There aren't very many people who want to wait for you to finish. And I've always prided myself as being one of those people. I was in a relationship with a man who was bipolar, and he had a penchant for making me seem like I was the problem. So he would constantly tell me that I wasn't listening to him and that I wasn't being responsive to the way he was speaking to me. And now that I look back at it, he was gaslighting me. And you don't think you're being gaslit when it's happening, obviously. But with him telling me that, I wasn't listening, it really really got me to learn. It got me to read up on what active listening was. It made me realize that, yes, in some instances I was not listening. In some instances I was waiting for my turn to give my 2 cents. But in all actuality, that's not what a conversation is. A conversation is you and somebody else talking. That's a conversation. But when you're giving advice or you're being emotionally available, you just have to sit there and listen to what the person's telling you. So I am giving you a little bit of homework. I want you to go out and you can do either two of these things. You can record yourself just airing your grievances with the world, airing how you feel. Just talk to a camera. Just pretend like it's somebody. Pretend like your reflection is somebody. And you talk to them how you would want them to talk to you. Be patient. Hear every word that they're saying, or for the exercise. And take it in. Don't think of a rebuttal. No, unless they come at you after they finish saying what they have, before after they're done bearing their souls to you. Just they look at you and say, well, what do you think? Then that's an invitation. You have to wait for invitations. You can't just give your 2 cents. They weren't asking for it. Nobody's asking for it. So you can either do that, or you can actually talk to a friend. Call someone up. Ask them how they're doing. And don't blink an eye towards telling them how you're doing unless they ask. And I know that sounds like, I don't know, like selfish or like boring. Nobody wants to just listen. But just keep in mind that this is a skill that you need in life. This is something that will make people feel more welcome and warm to you. And they'll also feel like you listen and you care. And it's always nice to have a friend that cares. It's always nice to have someone that'll just like shut up. So go out there, record yourself, have a conversation. Just think about how you want to be heard. And think about how your reactions or your replies or responses might look or seem to other people. So I hope you take that and think about it. Learn about active listening. Google it. There's a lot of tools on how to become an active listener, WikiHow, and things like that. But I'll leave a link in the description down below. And I'm going to continue doing these videos on a weekly basis. Mostly kind of video logs about how I feel about things and things that happen to me and work and love and all that good stuff, because I'm tired. I'm tired of people not understanding what it's like not to be heard, to be talked over, to just not care. And I hope you gained something from this, and if you didn't, that's cool too, because we're all different. But I hope you have a good week. Can't believe it's July of 2021 already. well, I hope this, did something for you, and I hope you have a good night. And thanks again for watching and tuning in. Subscribe for more content like this. I will leave a link to my Instagram as well as my Twitter and my OnlyFans and all that good stuff in the subscription. It's only $10. Usually running some specials, but yeah, like, subscribe, leave a comment, nothing mean, and have a good night.